the weekend went by. A couple things before we get started. So as we talked about last week, right, and I did a short video, so we're going to be doing a soft opening for all of our offices. Granted, the offices have been open right along, but welcoming the support specialists back and all that. And so just a reminder that health and safety is our #1 priority, everybody's. So please make sure that everyone's following the health guidelines and not only the letter of it, but the spirit of it, of course. And you guys have done such an amazing job through this whole process of figuring out how to transact while keeping everybody safe, meeting your consumers' fiduciary needs at the same time meeting their health needs. So again, as I always like to point out, really amazing work all the way around. Starting to see sales numbers, again, nose up a little bit. Every week now tends to get a little better. I think we'll start to see the listing inventory start to bloom, with some of the orders kind of burning off and restaurants opening up and, just people just naturally feeling a little looser and a little more willing to get outside. So and I'm sure that we'll continue to see the listing inventory pick up. One of the things that is getting a lot of press is the real estate market and how resilient it's been. I just finished doing a quote for a little write-up for the New Hampshire Association of Realtors. And the market is very resilient. I think that people thought, which not unrealistically so, that with this event that we had, that it would impact housing like it did everything else, in that we would see somewhat of a somewhere between a minor and a major collapse in pricing, and it's just really just been the opposite. And that's just because housing in of itself is it's a great lifestyle platform, of course, but it's also a great investment platform. And with inventory being the way it is and interest rates being so low, it was really the perfect storm in a good sense that helps housing prices stay really buoyant and stable. So the market is getting a lot of press that way, not only locally, but nationally. I think what you're going to get out of that will be that people will feel more confident about entering the market. I think most importantly, sellers will feel more confident about entering the market, getting their house under agreement, and there'll be something else for them to buy. So all in all, I think we've got a lot of really good, strong, solid wind at our backs for us to go through the second half of the year. So that's all very good news. We released another video last week of just talking about the market, more directed towards sellers. We're also going to provide you with scripting for that, so that you can shoot your own video. So we'll give you some wordsmithing ideas for you to shoot your own video. Remember, when you shoot your own video, it does not need to be Hollywood perfect, as you can just see by watching me. So it just has to be you talking to your consumers, no differently than you would if you're at their house or having a cup of coffee or something like that. So please take advantage of that. The social media piece is so important now because people really have gotten ingrained in how to communicate that way, not only at a family level, but also for friends and business. So you'll have that as a resource. Now, today, we're going to have a panel discussion with some of our business support specialists who always do such an amazing job. And they're going to talk about some of the things that they've been doing for the agents to help them support their business. And Angela is going to moderate that panel discussion. So Angela, if you're ready, I will turn it over to you.
I am ready. Thank you so much. So ladies, I am super excited that you all said yes. As we know, really our business support specialists are, right? What can we do without them? They're just all awesome. And I love Diane. She's shaking her head at me because she was so excited to volunteer and do this with us. So get ready, Diane. Alexa is up first, but we're coming for you after that. So Alexa, would you join me here?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I am well, thank you for doing this. Alexa, do you want to tell everybody what area it is that you support?
Sure. So I support York County, so Wells, Sanford, York, and then going down into Seacoast, New Hampshire, which is Hampton, Exeter, Dover, and Durham.
That's fabulous. As well, now, what is your specialty as far as in offering
So,
support?
yeah, so my specialty is marketing.
Super.
Mm-hmm. So,
I love that.
yeah.
So, can you tell me, do you have a story for me or something that you can kind of share with us about how you help your agents out?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things to do with helping agents is probably their personal marketing. It's pretty easy to just write just sold or just listed and kind of slap a generic statement on there, but working with more personal marketing, sending it out to a specific area, it helps you to, put a little bit of your background in there and really get yourself out there and make it seem like a person instead of just an agency as a whole.
Absolutely. And so what I saw in here that you've been creating some pinpoint cards for your agents and some mailing.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of pinpoint cards. They have a lot of great templates that you can work with if you just kind of need ideas to throw around for reaching out to people, but you don't, really have anything for sale and you just want to kind of say hi and let them know that you're there. So if you need anything, they have some really good stuff.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you so much. And you have a huge fan, it looks like, in Steve Busquet. He says she's terrific and a huge help to all of us in York County. So
Yeah, I
I
paid
know
him to say that. So
that's
good job,
awesome.
Steve. Thanks.
You moved to the head of the class. So there you go. Thank you, Alexa. I appreciate it. We'll hear more from you in a little bit. I am now gonna, oh, he likes Starbucks. There you go. I'm gonna now go over to Diane. Diane, would you mind unmuting and joining me for a minute?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you, and thanks for agreeing to do this. Can you share with everyone what geographic area you cover?
I cover Sanford Wells and the York office.
Wonderful. And can you tell us what your specialty is?
Transactional support. So I do home warranties, MLS assistance, magazines, Real Satisfied, escrow management, and sign, install, and removals.
And how do you see your role in helping the agents with their business?
I give them back up to if they don't know how to do anything in SkySlope, I help them with that. If they need help with MLS or anything transactional that they might need help with.
That's awesome. And do you have a story that you can share with us that might be one of those above and beyond things that you've done?
I do. I got a call from my sales director from an unhappy homeowner that had a for sale sign on his property and his house wasn't for sale. So I reached out to our sign company and he didn't get back to me by phone until really late in the day, and he was out of the area and wouldn't be able to do anything until come Monday because this was on a Friday. So I reached out to the agent hoping that he could maybe go and do it, and unfortunately he was out of the area. So I went and took care of the sign myself. I had Aaron help me, and I didn't want that to go all weekend, and the homeowner was actually outside doing some work when we put the sign in the right place, and he was very appreciative, and everybody thanked me, and all was well.
That is awesome. Thank you for that. And I think that just speaks volumes on what you all do for our agents. You really take care of pretty much anything they need. And and that shows it. So thank you so much. And again, we'll be back to you in a little bit as well. I'm just going to get everybody in here initially first. Heather Hansen, we're going to go from Diane Hansen to Heather Hansen. Heather, could you unmute and join me for a minute?
Okay.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Heather, could you tell everybody what geographic area that you cover as well as what your specialty is?
Sure. I cover the offices in Auburn, Augusta, Brunswick, Gorham, Naples, and Wyndham. And
Wow.
I take care of the marketing for our agents.
That's wonderful. And I hear you have a slideshow you're going to share with us to kind of highlight a few of the things that you do.
I do. Just a few examples of what I have done for our agents. So I will share my screen.
That would be great. Thank you.
So for me, I feel it's important to provide our agents with what they need to have a successful listing presentation. Some examples I have been asked to create are some showcases of some homes they have sold in the area, as well as adding some customer testimonials, just so that their listing presentation goes well and they can see that they are experienced. A couple more examples. A lot of our agents hire professional photographers, and that's very important to highlight, as well as a document that highlights everything that we do for marketing with the Masiello Group.
That's awesome. I love that marketing piece. That's so cool.
Some coming soon announcements can be created for email blast and for social media. Property flyers also can be created for listing presentations and email blasts.
And can you talk to the one that you have there in the gray? Why is that gray, Heather?
That is a distinctive collection property. This is a flyer I created for one of our Naples agents who was going to a listing presentation for one of our higher end properties on the lake here in Naples.
Wonderful, thank you.
And as Lexi had pointed out earlier, pinpoint postcards, they have a lot of designs you can choose from. And sometimes you can't find something that you like, so we can go in and create postcards for you to use in pinpoint.
That's great. I love that. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing your screen.
Yeah.
Cool stuff there. Oh, I love the social media too.
And then the social media, of course, it's always important for us to promote our agents and their successful business.
That's great.
And that is it.
Yay, that is super. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Again, we'll come back around to everyone. But Casey, I'm going to ask you to join me next.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm well, thanks. Casey, can you tell everyone what geographic area you cover and what your specialty is?
I cover the Bangor, Ellsworth, Machias, Belfast, and Rockland office. And I cover transactions, mainly listing transactions, backing up pendings and closings. And I also do a lot of support for the agents, including technology support, program support, that type of stuff.
Yeah, and you have something you're going to share with us as well, and we can talk about some of the support that you're providing. Why don't you pull those slides up for us?
Yeah.
There we are.
All right, this slide shows a little bit of what I do. I do a lot of classes with the agents as far as going over helping them with their customer database, keeping them, ways to keep in touch with their sphere, ways to gain clients, ways to get creative with their open houses, ways to get creative in order to just touch base with past clients, current clients. This picture right here was something we came up with for agents to do around Halloween to pass out to clients. This was just a picture of one of the classes that we did. It was like a little lunch and learn that we talked about how to keep in touch with their clients. This one right here was wreaths that we had put in a bulk order of wreaths, and I went and picked them up and distributed them to the agents who ordered them, and then they went and hand delivered them to their clients, to their doors. A lot of our agents really like doing that because they get that face-to-face connection with their clients. This was another idea I had come up with for agents to hand out to their sphere if they liked. This is a picture of Chip and Sherry Brooks. They had brought to one of their open houses. It's popcorn. I don't know if you can see it. And it has a little tag on it that they made that says, "Thanks for popping by our open house." This was really cool for them. They hadn't done anything like this. And then this down here is another class that I had done where they were learning, again, different ways to connect with their sphere, their database, different programs they were learning on again. This is another around Valentine's Day that we shared with them. Another class we did, and then we did transition over to Zoom classes once COVID started. It got a little more difficult to do the hands-on things, but we did transition to that. And then
before you go into this one, Casey, I'm going to interrupt you to go back to the classes. And you said that you do classes and you help them with their sphere through these classes. I assume a lot of the stuff you're doing is around TMG Connect. And
yes.
kind of what are some of the topics that you're using in that?
We do a lot around TMG Connect. We do a lot around the MCFL campaign, the My Customer for Life campaign. We do a lot around the just the in general campaigns, like the holiday campaign. They set that up for their clients. We work on setting up their groups in TMG Connect and making sure their groups are split out. Some agents like to set up their groups as far as separate them as buyers and sellers. Some separate right down to, for example, 2019 buyers and sellers, 2020 buyers and sellers. It can all be a little bit different, but I help them work on how they want to separate their database and make sure that they're getting their clients in there exactly how they want them and keeping that up to date. And making sure that they've got it set up exactly how they want it set up.
Well, that's super cool. Thanks. All right, now I'll let you go to that second slide there with the Pelletier team.
Yeah, this was a really cool one. Elaine and Travis, the Pelletier team, wanted to do a customer appreciation event, and they wanted to do it around Pie Day. So they wanted to do something with pies. So we came up with doing a pie event where they would see what customers wanted for pies. They sent this out via email to their clients. I created this template for them. We sent it out to their clients, and their clients sent back what they wanted for pies. And they set up this simple template to see so that they knew which customer wanted what pies. We created this same sort of template and put it on the TV in the lobby. I don't know if you can see it behind them here. And so when their customers came in to pick them up in the lobby, they had them all set up right here. This is a picture of Elaine and Travis with one of their clients picking up their pie. And that was a really cool event. And they connected with some old clients and some current clients and got some hits off of it for listings and possible clients.
That's awesome. Thank you for that. And I appreciate that. You guys are all incredible, and you're getting some great compliments there in the chats. One of the questions I want to ask the group of you, if you guys can all chime in on this, I would really appreciate it. And how are you finding the new way we're working? How is that working? How, I know Diane, you had said specifically that Rebecca has really supported the way that you're working now and the way you're coming back into the office. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, every week in our business meeting, she goes over, you know, what we need to do when we come in, how we need to keep our distance, and she's really been pushing the support emails, making sure everybody use that because we all monitor them throughout the day, so they're more likely gonna get a quicker response going through that rather than, because there is no still face-to-face. So if they need us, we can just hop on a Zoom, or, you know, they can reach out to the emails.
Super. Thank you. Thank you. But anybody else, can I get one of you, someone else here to chime in on how you're finding working that this way is now working, and kind of the differences?
Are you meaning with the way we're now split with transactions and marketing and helping the agents?
We're split with transactions and marketing, and just the way we're working with the email groups and all of that. How efficient and effective are you finding that?
I find that our region's working really well together. We have very good communication between the three of us and our sales directors. We've had very good feedback from our agents. On the marketing side, I know the larger offices that are really busy, it's hard for the support specialists to handle the marketing side, the technology side, and the transaction side. So we've had a lot of good feedback as far as getting everything done for them and everything that they're asking for.
That's been awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You guys are doing great. And again, thank you so much for coming on. I'm going to call on Lorraine next, because Lorraine has a graphic that she wants to share with us as well.
I do, and I can't say enough. And if you've been watching the chats, everybody's chiming in about how much they love their business support specialists in their region. And, you know, that's a theme. So we just have the greatest network of support. And with this new format that we have with the team support, it's support for our support. So now all the business support specialists, instead of having to be everything in their office, they now have a built-in support system among themselves to call on each other as need be. They always kind of had that, but this is just, it's just working so great. So I just wanted to outline a little bit. We heard some amazing stories, but I think when you visually see what our support specialists do, this is just a sample of the kind of things that they can do for our agents. So if you're one of our agents, you're not taking advantage of what really is available to you for free, now is the time. Because with this kind of support, you know, and this kind of assistance, you know, in your business can just completely take off. So I wanted to show you that one, but I also wanted to just show you, I'm very visual. So our business support specialists, as part of this entire network of support that's kind of 360 around our agents, providing everything from transaction support, personal marketing, listing marketing, client assistance, the CRM, the e-cards, the flyers, you know, just all of these things. It just really is amazing. And so I thank every single one of our business support specialists. They really are incredible. And the chats definitely prove that. Yeah, so I just wanted to share those. So, and then Ed just chimed in. That was the other thing I was going to say, was that this is going to be a 3-part series where we're talking about the support, and we're going to be highlighting some examples of our agents that have taken advantage of the support that's offered and how that has really impacted their business. So this is kind of the part 1. Let's outline the what what is it all, what's available, and then we'll actually talk about how to incorporate that into your own business. So definitely tune in the next, it's going to be the next 2 Mondays that we talk about that.
Awesome. And if you all saw something here that you liked, that you're interested in and like to implement into your own business, reach out to your support specialist because they can sure help you with that.
There was a request to show this again, so I just wanted to put that back up. And all of you should have a copy of a flyer that has this outlined on it, and it has the names and photos and contact info for each of your support specialists in your region. So if you don't have that, reach out to your sales director and we'll make sure that you have a copy of that. Cool.
All right. That is it for us. Do we turn it back over to Chris? Is that where we're going next?
I think so. He
I
is
think
muted.
so too.
There we go.
Oh, there he is.
That was great. And Sarah Scanlon had a question too about which recent postcards have been more successful. Anybody want to comment on that? Anybody have a sense for that from Diane, Heather, Casey?
We have other support specialists on the call too who may have some insights on that.
I would say one of the thoughts I'd have, those gals are thinking about what to come back with, is not necessarily a particular postcard, but the consistency of it, right? And the consistency of farming over and over again, a certain area, so that they get to know you and know you're there and know that you are their person.
Yeah, Alexa, anything that jumps out to you about that is something that seems to be more or less effective?
I'll be honest, it's a little tough being on marketing because you don't see when those transactions are coming in and what it's kind of related to. So I think it would, if any agents probably could make the correlation, that would be helpful too.
Well, I'll chime in on that because if it just kind of to connect all the dots, we have the ability and our agents have the ability to have completely custom website and landing pages. So if you're going to do some marketing and you want to know what is the most effective, what's the best way to spend your marketing dollars, you can be creating separate landing pages on your website and send one postcard to this landing page, send an e-card to a different landing page, send this social media post to a different landing page, and then you'll be able to track what's fruitful and where you should be spending your time and money in the future. So all of that is available to you now. And you know, just get with your business support specialists and they'll help you navigate all of that.
Yeah, and to your point, Lorraine, there's so many things that people can pick from. You really literally can customize a marketing campaign for whatever it is you're doing, whether it's a waterfront or, you know, a more traditional type home. It really doesn't matter what it is. You can there's literally hundreds of different options for you to use. So you know, you can be very creative without becoming stale, right? Would that be a fair thing to say? Yeah,
and the support specialists are very well versed in what is available, so they can help you. I always use the word navigate, but they can help you navigate through what's available so that you can pick and choose, and you guys can design a campaign together. What's going to be the most effective for your goals, for your market, things like that.
Yeah, great, excellent. Any other questions? We've got a small enough group if anybody wants to unmute if they want to ask a question. Ed, Angela, anything you'd like to add before we wrap up?
No, I just continually am amazed at the amount of work that the support specialists do in these teams, and not only just the regular work, but it's the above and beyond work. It's the approaching agents to ask them, what can I do for you today, kind of thing that really makes them such a special group. Thank you for everything you do.
Yeah. That it's not cookie cutter, and it's not you know, it's not the same. It's whatever works for whatever agent at whatever time, and they're able to, you know, shift gears and do all of that stuff. So it's really customized concierge level support.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that I echo everything you all are saying. And as a former agent, I couldn't have done what I did without the support specialist. I really couldn't. And as a sales director, couldn't have done that without the support specialist as well. So, 100% thank you all. You're amazing at what you do, and you make us look good every day. Thank you.
No one can possibly be good at everything, right? So having a team to call on for, all these different things, and the shifting technology and social media and the different social media platforms, and, all of that, and try to take care of your clients and just your day-to-day business, it's virtually impossible to try and do on your own. So, having the resources that we have, definitely take advantage.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great. Well, and Diane's story about going out and fixing the sign, Diane, thank you for doing that. That's very impressive. And, it's the dedication that we have to supporting the agents and supporting the agent's client relationship. And that's really, I think, what separates this effort from others is the total dedication around supporting, the agent's role in supporting what their clients' goals are. And so I always describe it as, my job, our job as an organization isn't to take care of the clients. Our job is to take care of the agents who then take care of the clients, right? And so thank you, all of you, for the great work you're doing. And I think, as Lorraine said, the new system we've got is really about providing support for the support, so that all the gaps and all the seams are filled in. And everything's a work in progress, and we're getting better and better at it every day. And the work product that's coming out is amazing. So, thank you again. So just to wrap up, so our first in our headliner series, which is what I want to call it, is Matt Farrar. He's going to be this coming Thursday at 1 o'clock. We will resend out the details, because you do have to sign up, because we're using his Zoom account, not ours. So we do have to sign up, and but it's at no cost. And Matt's going to talk about, the U-shaped recovery. He uses the U as being YOU, not the economic U. And it's really about kind of the new world, right? Like, what can we do now? What are the little nuances that you can make in your day-to-day practices that will exponentially, help you succeed? And we already have 2 other headliners lined up. So we're going to continue with this, because as we get into what the new world's going to look like, and as business starts to reopen up more fully, there will be differences. And this is really about all of us, learning together and bringing in people with outside perspectives and expertise to have them, help us, as Lorraine likes to say, navigate through these changing times as we find ourselves in. So really great to be with everybody. One last thing before I forget: food banks. Please make sure when you can to remember the food banks. Last time I checked, we've bought over 5,000 meals, so it's very impressive, but we have more work to do. So again, thank you to our support specialists who participated today, and for all of you who didn't participate today, but for the great work you're doing. And we'll see everybody Thursday at our exciting headliner event with Matt Farrar. Take care.